So for today's assignments, you are going to complete the rest of the independent practice and make sure to go over Delta Math to see if there's any lessons that you're missing from April 13th. Make sure to complete that so I can input those into your grades. Now let's go over these questions together. The histogram shows the number of cars observed at one intersection at different times of the day. Use the histogram to answer questions 5 to 9. Question number 5 asks how many observations are there. So first of all, we have to count how many observations are there in total. So this histogram shows numbers of cars observed at one intersection, and the bottom part shows the time of the day, and the left hand side shows the frequency or how many times a car has been observed. So from 6 a.m. to 7:59, the car has been observed 180 times based on this first bar. From 8 to 9:59 a.m., the car has been observed 110 times. From 10 to 11:59, the car has been observed 130 times. And you're going to do the rest yourself. To find out how many observations, you're going to add all the number of the observations and find the total. So you can pause the video right here and complete question number 1. For number 6, it's asked how many fewer cars passed from 6 to 7:59 a.m. than from 4 to 5:59 p.m. So we're looking at the 2 time slot here. The first one is from 6 to 7:59 a.m., which has 180 cars passed during that time. And then from 4 to 5:99, there is 220 cars passed by that time. It's asking how many fewer cars. So how many fewer, you have to find the difference. So you can subtract 220 by 180. You can pause the video right here in order to complete this question. Apologize for my handwriting. Now for number 7, how many more cars passed from 10 a.m. to 11:59 a.m. than from 2 p.m. to 3:59 p.m. So we have to look at the 2 time slot again. The first one is from 10 to 11:59, which has 130 cars. And from 2 p.m. to 3:59, there is 80 cars. So again, how many more cars pass during that 10 a.m. slot than the 2 p.m. slot? You can pause the video right here and complete the question by yourself. Number 8, what percent of the number of cars that passed the intersection from 4 p.m. to 5:59 p.m. was observed from 8 a.m. to 9:59 a.m. So you have to find out how many cars passed from 4 to 5:59, and the answer is 220. And the amount of cars that got observed from 8 to 9:59 is 110. So the question basically asks what is the percent of 220 what percent is 110 compared to what 220? So as you can notice already, 110 is half of 220. So how many percent is that? And the last question is about the same. What percent of the total number of cars? So that's for the answer from your number 1 that passed from 6 a.m. What percent from the total number of cars that passed the intersection from 6 a.m. to 5:59 p.m. was observed from 6 p.m. to 5:59 p.m. So 220 is what percent of the total? I'm gonna pause the video right here, and once you're done, you can continue with the rest. So for the next question, you're going to briefly describe the data of this histogram. So this histogram shows the number of books students in the class read last month. Use the histogram to describe this data. Now, the x-axis shows the number of books read, and the y-axis shows the frequency. So how many people or how many times the book has been read. So there are seven people read 1 to 5 books last month. There are 12 people read 6 to 10 books last month. There are 9 people read 11 to 15 books last month. And there's one person who's a little bit of a nerd who reads 21 to 25 books last month. So what you can describe the frequency. What is the majority of students do? What did the majority of the students do? You can describe the shape. You can describe the range, which is the highest value subtracted by the lowest value, and you can describe whether this data set has an outlier or not. Once you're done, don't forget to click submit and turn in your work. I hope that you will have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.